In this video, we'll talk about the Add-Ons tab in your side toolbar. So that's this little puzzle piece looking tab here. And what you can do with the Add-On tab is you can create a simple sorting activity. So for example, here's a little activity you could do, what rhymes with ball. There's 4 choices, and what the kids would do is drag the ball towards this little girl. And if the answer was right, an action would happen, and if the answer was wrong, most likely the ball would bounce back into its place. So I'm going to show you today how you can use the Add-Ons tab to make a sorting activity, and then you can use it in your notebook lessons. So you're going to go down to the puzzle piece, and I'm going to just get us a new page here, add a page. And you just click on the activity builder. And what you're going to want to do is have everything on your notebook page that you want for your activity builder. So I'm going to do a math sort of activity where students will be sorting polygons into 2 different spots, if it is a polygon or if it isn't a polygon. So what I'm first going to do is just create a couple boxes. And I'm going to take that, copy it, and paste it. Okay, so I've got my 2 boxes. Now I need some titles. Polygon. I'm going to copy that and paste it. Not a polygon. Make that a little bigger. Okay. Alright, and now I need the shapes that they're going to be sorting. So I'm going to go to my shapes, put a few shapes down here. We've got a triangle, I'll do a half circle, a heart, let's see, rectangle, and if I go to my more shapes here, I can do a pentagon. And I also want to do just a few lines here. Kids have to know that polygons have no open spaces, so we'll kind of test their knowledge on that. All I'm doing here is selecting all of these lines and going to the drop-down box and grouping them. So that's one object now. Alright, so I've got my objects I want them to sort. And now I'm going to start building the activity. Everything I need is on my page. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this box really quick to what's going to end up happening is the kids are going to drag these shapes into one of the boxes and see if they're correct or not. So I want this box to be filled so that when they drag the object into it, it's hitting the whole box. So I'm just going to go to this. I'm going to select the square here, or rectangle. I'm going to go to fill color and just do white. So you're not going to see it, but now this is actually filled. I'm going to do the same thing with this one. Select it, fill color, white. So now both of these boxes are solid white boxes. I'm also just going to lock these in place so that they can't move. And it's not a bad idea to lock your titles in place either. Okay, so now I'm going to click on the box, and this is going to be my selected object. Make this object an activity object, and I'm just going to edit it. It says, which objects would you like to accept into this box? So I'm going to drag over all of the polygons. And which objects, oops, that one didn't quite go. Then it asks which objects do you want this box to reject. So obviously that would be my non-polygons. Okay, so I've done that, and then next to that tab is settings. So this is, I can decide what the objects do. So when accepted, objects play. Right now I'm having the objects fade out when they're accepted, but I actually don't want them to fade away. I want them to spin. So I'm going to have them spin, and when they're rejected, I'm going to have them bounce back out. Okay, so that one's done. Now I'm going to move over to this box, and I'm going to make this object an activity object, edit it, and it's going to accept the non-polygons. And it's going to reject the polygons. I'm going to move over to my settings. I want them to spin when they're accepted and bounce back when they're rejected. Looks like you can also add sound to these objects, which to do that you would just click on them and attach a sound, and then you would just click here that you would want their sound to play as well. So you have that option of adding sound. Okay, this box is done. I'm going to click done. And now my activity should be ready to go for students to use. So now when I drag this into the polygon box, it's going to bounce back. When I drag it into not a polygon, it's going to spin and stay there. So we've got a polygon, polygon. Is this a polygon? It's going to bounce back, but it's going to be accepted over here. Is this a polygon? Oops. Nope, but it will be accepted over here, and there we go. And that's how the add-on activity builder works.